Hey everyone, it's Kailey here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today, I will be making a homemade cheesecake with a delicious strawberry topping. So stay tuned to see how it turns out. First, let's preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. First off, to make your cheesecake, you will need a 9-inch springform pan. You'll want to grease your pan with butter. Okay, our pan is nicely greased, and now it's time to wrap our pan in tin foil. So what you want to do, you want to put your tin foil down and place your pan on top. Then you're going to tightly wrap the tin foil around the pan. And now I will go ahead and add the second piece. You want to add it in a cross pattern, so put it the opposite way. Let's go ahead and get wrapping. Alright, perfect. Our pan is completely finished with its tin foil wrapped around. The purpose of this tin foil is to make sure that none of our ingredients of our cheesecake spill out in the baking process. Now to make our graham cracker crust, you're going to want to combine 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs and a 1/3 cup of melted unsalted butter. Let's go ahead and stir that together. Now let's pour those graham cracker crumbs into our prepared pan. Let's use our hands to smooth out the graham crackers into the base of our pan. Then I'm going to use the back of a measuring cup, which is nice and smooth, to pat down the graham crackers. I'm going to use this edge to kind of make a rim with the graham crackers. Now our graham cracker crust is nicely patted down on the bottom of our pan, as you can see. I'm going to place our pan onto a baking sheet, and I will bake it in the oven for 6 minutes. So as you can see in the background, I've got our graham cracker crust out of the oven and it's cooling down. While it's cooling down, let's get started on our cheesecake filling. I've got 4 packages of 8-ounce cream cheese, and I've allowed them to soften for about 2 hours outside of the fridge. I'll also be using a KitchenAid stand mixer today with a paddle attachment. First, I'm going to go ahead and add our cream cheese to our stand mixer. Next, I will add 1 cup of white sugar to our KitchenAid stand mixer. Let's go ahead and pull that up. I'm just going to use a spatula to kind of push these around. So I'm going to turn our KitchenAid stand mixer on medium-high speed for about 2 minutes to allow our cream cheese and sugar to mix. So I'm going to go ahead and add in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to mix this together for about 2 minutes on medium-low speed. Alright, so now it's time to add our eggs. I've got 5 eggs here, and I've already cracked them into our bowl. And I've also allowed them to come to room temperature. That way, when we mix our ingredients together, they blend in nice and smooth. To avoid over-mixing our cheesecake batter, I'm going to whisk our eggs together before I add them in. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, now our eggs are lightly beaten and they're ready to add into our mixer. Okay, so now I'll turn our mixer on low speed and mix these until they're just blended. It's very important not to overmix your cheesecake batter. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and mix our cheesecake batter one more time just to ensure that everything is fully combined. Now it's time to fill the graham cracker crust with our cheesecake filling. Let's go ahead and pour it in. In order to allow our cheesecake to cook properly and to avoid the cheesecake cracking, I'm going to put a water bath into my oven on the very lowest rack. As you can see, I filled this baking pan with 1 inch high of boiling water, and that is what I'll put in the oven. Now I will gently put the cheesecake in the oven. I will bake the cheesecake on the lower middle oven rack for 55 to 65 minutes, or until the center is just set and the top appears dull. You will know the center is just set when you shake the pan and the middle of the cheesecake jiggles. Let's wait 55 to 65 minutes and then we'll check on it. Okay guys, it's been 55 minutes, so I'm gonna check on our cheesecake now. Okay, let's pull that out. Okay, so I'm gonna shake it a little bit. Okay, definitely it's jiggling a bit, and the outer rims are a bit puffy, so that's a good sign. I don't know. I think I'm gonna bake it for another couple minutes, I think, and then we'll see. Okay, going back in. Okay, so now it's been another 5 minutes, so a total of 60 minutes in the oven, and I'm gonna give it a little check. Okay, it's looking better than the 55 mark. I'll pull that out. Yeah, that's looking great. Give it a little shake. Yeah. So we're gonna leave our cheesecake in the oven with the oven door slightly open for 1 hour to allow it to cool. Okay, so it's been 1 hour of it cooling down in the oven. So I've taken it out, and now I'm going to allow it to cool fully at room temperature. Before I do that, I'm going to remove all of this tin foil from the outside of our pan. I'm also going to use a butter knife to go around the rim of the pan to make sure the cheesecake isn't sticking to the sides. Perfect, and now it's ready to cool at room temperature. Now it's time to make our strawberry topping for our cheesecake. First off, I've got 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 3 tablespoons of warm water. I'm going to dump that into the warm water and mix this together with a fork until it's dissolved. Now I'll turn our burner on to medium heat. Now I'm going to place this in our saucepan. Whoa. Okay, that was way too hot. Okay. So here I've got about 3 cups of strawberries, so I'll go ahead and add that in. Now I'll add in 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Now I'll go ahead and stir that all together. As you can see, the sauce is starting to simmer, so I'm going to allow this to simmer for another 5 minutes. And now I'll remove it from the heat to allow it to cool down. Once your cheesecake has cooled completely at room temperature, now it's time to store it in the fridge for at least 4 hours and up to 1 night. Then it's ready to serve. Once your strawberries have cooled completely, you can put them in a container, then put them in the fridge to store until later. Okay guys, our cheesecake is out of the fridge. I couldn't wait overnight. It's only been in there for about 4 hours, but I wanted to take it out so I could get some filming done here. Okay, it's releasing, and let's pull that up. How's it look? Wow! Yeah, that looks great. Oh my gosh, it looks awesome. Nice, okay. So in this vase here, I put our knife. It looks kind of scary, but it's just a, regular knife. And I put it in that hot water, so that way it would cut nice and smooth through the cheesecake. Okay, goes nothing. Oh, it's going through smooth. Looks so good. Yummy. Okay, and now for our delicious strawberry topping. Okay, let's take a bite and see how it tastes. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is so good. Yep. That is a perfect strawberry cheesecake. Okay, that's awesome. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching Kailey's Kitchen, and I hope to see you again next time.